Section 3.2 RA-10 is a measure of 33 inches far away from a mean of 18 inches. As someone with knowledge of statistics, you answer it depends, and request the standard deviation of the underlying data. Now, for part A, it says suppose the data come from a sample whose standard deviation is 3 inches. How many standard deviations is 33 inches from 18 inches? So, let's take a look here. So we're going to have a mean, and that mean represents 18. So that's right in the middle. Okay, and so what it's saying here is that we have a standard deviation of 3 inches. So, if we add 3 to 18, then that's going to give us 21. Now, let's add another 3, and then we get 24. Let's add another 3, and we get 27. Let's add another 3, and then we get 30. And then let's add another 3, and that gives us 33. So the mean is 18, as we stated, and everything above the 18 are the numbers that are above the mean. Now, let's say we wanted to see what would be below the mean. If we wanted to go below the mean, that means that we would have to subtract 3. And so therefore, then we would get 15. Now, I'm not going to keep going forward there, but you can see that what's happening is that there are 3 inches. That's the standard deviation in between those values. So, going from 18 to 33, let's see how many standard deviations there are. Well, there's 1 standard deviation, there's 2 standard deviations, there's 3 standard deviations, there's 4, and then there's 5. So that means 33 inches, according to part A, is 5 standard deviations away from 18 inches. Now in part B, it's saying, is 33 inches far away from a mean of 18 inches? Well, yes, because 33 inches is more than 2 standard deviations away from 18 inches. So the answer would be yes. Now for part C, it's saying that suppose the standard deviation of an underlying data is 9 inches. Okay, so let's go ahead and start again. So now we can see that we have, again, a mean of 18. Okay, and now they're telling us that the standard deviation is 9 inches. So when we add 9 to 18, well, that gives us 27. And if we add another 9, that's going to give us 33. So, how many standard deviations is 18 away from 33 if our standard deviation is 9? Well, that means we have 2 standard deviations. So it's not that far away because 33 inches is less than 2 standard deviations away from 18 inches. So we can see here that the standard deviation is going to determine how much the data is spread. In the first part, part A, the standard deviation was 3. So we can see that 33 was quite a bit away from 18, whereas the standard deviation in part C wasn't far away. And again, depending on how the data is spread, and that depends on the standard deviation.